This week, as we inch closer to Christmas, Old Man Grinch and I got into the festive spirit with a little more decorating, some baking, and foraging for presents. Lake rat style, of course. But for us, Christmas isn't the only thing to be celebrated this time of year. But I'll get to that in a bit. For now, let's kick off the festivities over at the marina. So last week, whenever we were putting up our Christmas decorations, I remember I was telling you guys that we don't go super crazy because we live in a tiny house and don't have a whole lot of room to store things or put things. But one way that I really enjoy supplementing what we have is just by using what's already around us. Some of the hollies and Christmas ferns and other really abundant natural plants that are just right here in the parking lot of the marina. They're free. You don't have to store them. They'll always be there next year. So one word of caution with that, if anybody gets the urge to go do the same. It is part of my day job to know all the plants around here very well. But if you don't know the plants that you're killing, would definitely encourage you to make sure that you research that before you do so, because we don't need anybody going around cutting, rare plants. One app that I would recommend is Seek, S-E-E-K. It's super easy, it's free. You just hold up your phone camera and it tells you what the plant is and a little natural history about it. Makes a really good little cheat code if you're not too familiar. And look, our neighbors, these neighbors actually, sent us some cookies. So sweet. Miss them. Man, I wish I had some red ribbon to wrap around that jar. Still cute though. I just eyeballed that. It's the perfect size.
Well, we got an Ico blanket.
Our neighbors made us a blanket of Ico's face. I love it. That makes me so happy.
Oh my gosh.
And look. It's fuzzy too. It's like practical.
Oh, that's perfect for you, baby. You love that.
Thank you, Glenn and Brenda, our awesome neighbors. What else do we get? We got some.
I've been picking on him about wanting a pair of his polo Christmas pants.
Yeah.
And he sent me a pair.
Because we always see them on their dock and he's in these like crazy red pants. We're like, what are you wearing? And Brandon's always
apparently, because I call on my other mom and dad and she never paid child support, and I told them just buy me a new truck. That's all I need is a new truck. Well, they got me a new truck.
Adorable. We are feeling so loved. We got a bunch of mail in, and where's the little ornament? I love it. These are your Christmas jammies. Okay, look at this sweet gift.
All right, guys, this guy called me a while back, apparently.
It's not this guy. This is Jim, our buddy. He comments on every video.
Jim and Jan.
Yes, sweet.
And apparently they loved our homemade Christmas ornaments, so they sent us one.
Look
with
at
our names
this.
on it. It says Brandon and Sarah that we put on the tree, which is super dang cool. So we'll put that ornament on the tree.
An ornament from a subscriber.
Our homemade ornament from Jim.
Forevermore.
So appreciate it, bro. We'll put that on the tree every year. Super cool.
One more thing here. What we got there?
Well, so when we were down in Florida, I bought a Save Our Waters hat, Captains for Clean Waters. And this guy reached out to us, saw me wearing it, and apparently he is the man for Captains of Clean Waters. Is that correct?
I suppose so, or he's certainly gotten in because he sent us some fun swag.
John and Amy, I'm not going to pronounce the last name, L-A-I, probably late. It's kind of like me saying Fox Ceiling. But either way, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Bro, they sent me hats and Sarah hats.
We love them.
And I love going through hats because I just wear hats all the time. I'm a hat guy.
Yeah.
But on top of the hats, dude, now that.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that.
It's super nice.
Oh.
This is super cool, man. I love these kind of shirts. And then Yetis, like.
What is that? Oh, it's like a
bottle koozie.
Bottle koozies. Wow, they just hooked us up. That is so
but
kind.
Yetis,
yes.
super.
Obviously a great cause, good organization. Really
Merry
happy to be
Christ-
friends with them now.
Merry Christmas. This is from the people that bought our last float at the cabin.
Oh,
Basket of food.
they know the way to our heart. Whoa, gosh.
Bam.
Oh my gosh, I can use that basket too.
That's nice. Appreciate it, Stephen and Cherry. That's right. Guys, in addition to Christmas, we have another reason to be cheerful. As of today, tonight is the longest night of the year. And tomorrow, it turns around. It starts getting shorter and the days get longer. And this is it. We're halfway through. Like, we're almost getting back to where the sun's longer. Tomorrow, the sun will give us a couple more minutes. Every day, we'll get a couple more minutes. And then before it's over with, bam, it's springtime. Bam, we're in bikinis.
Oh, thank God.
Or Sarah is. I'm in probably these red pants.
I want to see you in a bikini.
And, we're happy the winter solstice. And Christmas is coming up, which is super cool. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thanks for being with us all year.
We really do want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I got a haircut today.
Quit interrupting me.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Ask me why. Just don't ask me why. Honestly, I'm getting a lot better at this. 3 minutes. Yes. That's amazing now. Bear, are you copying Mama?
Oh, why are we filming? Baby, my hair ain't dead. I'm naked.
That's the dog days of winter for you. Man, our Christmas decorations are taking a beating. Hello friends, welcome back to my unprofessional cooking show where I try new things without a high likelihood of success, entitled Why Not? So on this week's episode, as I mentioned last week, I gotta tell you guys about this sourdough saga. And let me be clear, this is not gonna be a how-to because there are so many articles and videos out there of people way more experienced than me that can actually teach you how to do this. I will link the one that I've been using in the description. Rather, this is going to be the story of how I got pressured against my will into making sourdough and how that's been going for me. So, we have a new pet in the house. I've named it Eden. I have to feed it. All of this started maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. My neighbor Laura texted me and she was like, I have some sourdough starter that I could give you. Would you like some? I remember when everybody was making sourdough back when like COVID first happened. So I figured, everybody was doing it. How hard can it be? I look it up. Do not even get me started about how hard it could be. If you, like me, thought in your mind that making sourdough is basically like making any other loaf of bread, it's just a type of bread. You just mix things up, maybe you let it rise, you put it in the oven, and voila, you have bread. You would be wrong. Let me just put this into perspective. If you just go out on a whim one day and you're like, I think I'm gonna make some sourdough. Let's say you even have all the ingredients and the equipment, and there is equipment involved. From the day that you decide this, you are still 2 to 3 weeks out from having your first loaf. And I am not being dramatic. You can fact check me. Now, if you are lucky to have somebody like Laura in your life who offers you some starter, then you can cut that down to about 2 days. I have been gifted sourdough a few times in the past. Like a friend made a loaf and gave it to me. And I thought in my mind that was on par with like being given, some homemade brownies or cookies. No. Totally different ball game. Baking sourdough is a labor of love. It is not equivalent to brownies or cookies. Let me just make that clear. Anyways, all this to say, whenever Laura texted me, I said no. I looked it up, you know, I was aware of the time and effort that was going to have to go into this. I didn't have a Dutch oven. I didn't have a kitchen scale. There were a lot of things. There were so many reasons why not, you guys. I know why not. I ain't got time for that. No. Fast forward a couple months later, Laura and her family are leaving the lake for the winter. They're going back to their primary home. She's got another Dutch oven and all the supplies she needs there for her sourdough. So Laura decides to just come and drop off the sourdough starter and the Dutch oven and all that stuff. Anyways. And it kind of cracked me up because I genuinely did specifically say no, but I think it's adorable that she brought it anyway. She was just like, no, I think you do. And I'm talking to Brandon about it and I'm like, what should I do? Should I just give it back to her or should I like pretend that I tried? And he too encourages me. Oh, you know, it's supposed to be like the best bread. It's so good for you. And I look it up and sure enough, it's like the best bread and it's like so good for you. You know, it is fair enough that I have a lot more time in the winter when work slows down for me. So time is not really a great excuse. I really probably just ought to give it a shot. So I do. I make my first loaf last week and I was gonna film it for you guys because I really like in this Why Not series having it be like the very first time I make something, and then I feel like, you know, if I can do it in that scenario, then anybody can do it. I got so stressed out, so yeah, I didn't film it. But this is my second loaf, so not that much different. And I'm gonna be honest, my plan was just to like give this an honest effort, probably make a disastrous loaf that's inedible, and then with all sincerity be able to tell Laura, Brandon, and everybody else who has pressured me into this that, you know, it just didn't work out for me and I just don't think it's for me. But here's what happened instead. Let's hear what you think about my bread, my first loaf.
Amazing. It was so good. It's like Whole Foods at home.
It was so good. Brandon has not stopped raving about it. Like, it was just amazing. We are total bread fiends. I spend a lot of money on bread at the store. Like, we eat a loaf of bread, not like a sliced loaf, but like an artisan loaf of bread, probably every 3 days. It was just like the best loaf that I've ever had. And I don't think it's because I am an amazing baker. It's just because homemade sourdough is so superior. Ugh. I wish it wasn't, but it really is. And so here I am making my second loaf begrudgingly because damn, it's just so good.
In a nutshell, I may not have chosen the sourdough life, but the sourdough life chose me. And that just goes to show that sometimes, even when something looks challenging or intimidating, you just gotta say, what the heck, why not?
What are you doing there?
I don't know.
Is that your bread, baby?
Yeah.
First time ever this morning, I'm making coffee and Sarah comes in and grabs the refrigerator and she's like this. Would you like to explain to everybody?
It's like, why are you looking in the fridge like a monster is about to come out? This starter, last night I fed it, and when you feed it, it like doubles in size. And I underestimated how much space the flour that I fed it was gonna take up, and by the time I fed it, it was like this high. So I was like, well, if that doubles, it's gonna overflow all over the place. So I put it in the fridge to slow its roll a little bit, but I was worried when I opened the fridge this morning that it would just be like this everywhere. And Brandon was like, what's supposed to be coming out of the fridge? Look at her little loaf. All right, I got another 30-minute wait to do. What do you think about all this sourdough stuff?
I think it takes a lot of time to make that bread, but it's super good.
Yeah.
Like, I could eat it every day.
Okay, my loaf is done for today. It goes in the fridge for tonight, and then tomorrow we bake. Baby.
I guess I have to thank Laura for this. She knew better than me. Thanks, Laura. So, a successful sourdough loaf, Christmas, and the winter solstice all aside, there's one more occasion that we're celebrating this week. Brandon's birthday. Yup, he's one of those poor kids whose birthday is so close to Christmas it probably got overshadowed most years. So, join me in shifting the spotlight back to him for a hot minute as we enjoy a montage of the most fun, hardworking, hilarious, and genuine person I know. Happy birthday, babe. We will probably not have a video next week because we'll be with our families for Christmas and I don't really like to film all that. That's for us. So
Oh, and by the way, 2024, I was told last night I need to start doing more filming and talking. So
yeah, we're laying out our goals for the channel 2024.
what
Maybe
Sarah
we'll talk about that in a minute.
is laying out her goals for our channel for 2024.
I mean, don't y'all agree? We need more Brandon, like more cowbell.
We don't need more cowbell.
Yes, we do. You're the cowbell. We
Sarah
need more
is like
cowbell.
super educated, punctual. The way she talks, it's just like, oh, interesting. And then you get the old Southern boy.
I love the way you talk.
Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. And if we don't see you by Christmas, guys, hang your own balls. Old Man Jones reporting over and out. Roger Dodger.